Now, Hyundai have been movers and shakers of the auto industry in the past couple of years. They've launched benchmark products, whether it's the Elite i20, whether it's the Hyundai Creta, or whether it's the Elantra. All their products have done well. Now, they're looking to push the envelope a little bit further with a premium SUV offering. The Tucson looks to fill the gap between the Creta, which ends at around 15 lakh, and the Santa Fe, which starts at around 28 lakh rupees. So there's a huge gap in their range, and the Tucson is looking to fill it. Now, can this product be the success that its siblings are, is what we have to find out. The Tucson has the familiar fluidic design with the required muscle. The front is dominated by the signature hexagonal grille, flanked by the smart swept-back dual-barrel cornering headlamps. A horizontal line divides the lower half of the bumper and splits the fog lamps and DRLs. The side profile forms a steeply raked windscreen and a roof flowing downward to the D-pillar. The Tucson sits on 18-inch 225/55 tires and is 172 millimeters off the ground. A strong shadow line at the shoulder adds the required muscle. The rear is clean and simple, with a tailgate flanked by slim LED lights. The styling will definitely be a plus for those who want an urban SUV. Now, we've got used to a certain quality of interiors from Hyundai, and the Tucson doesn't disappoint at all. It feels good quality, feels premium. Dual tone coloring gives it a little stylishness. Similar layout to the Santa Fe. Nice clear dials, steering wheel with all the control, lots of storage areas for practicality. You've got the 8-inch screen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You've got powered driver's seat with 10-way adjust. So I've actually been able to raise myself nice and high. I've got great visibility. Cabin feels spacious and airy. And like all Hyundais, it's feature packed too. Most Tucson owners will spend their time in the back seat. It's spacious with good amounts of legroom, headroom and width. With the flat floorboard and the console that doesn't really intrude into the rear, the third passenger would fit in too. The seat back can be reclined for additional comfort. There are aircon vents on the central console. The seat, however, is low to the ground, so the window line feels quite high. Still, it's a comfortable place to be and space is quite impressive. Now, it's opened up a lot of space in the back seat, but does it have a big enough boot? Let's find out. Now, the good part about this is that, say you've got packages in your hand and you come up to your car, can't really open it. All you need to do is have had the key in your pocket for the boot to open smartly. So it's easy, it's accessible. There's lots of space inside this boot. And of course, you have the button to close it as well. The boot itself is 513 litres and you would be able to fit in large bags easily. If you need additional space, the rear seats fold down in a 60-40 split too. Moving from space to performance. The Tucson offers a variety of engine and transmission options. The petrol is available in manual and auto in 2 variants, whilst the diesel has manual and auto with 3 variants. We chose to drive the diesel top-end variant first. This diesel engine has 185 PS and it feels nice and strong out on the road. All you have to do is flatten your foot and you get this nice shove of torque. The engine churns out 400 Nm of torque and it's available from really low revs. It feels quick and punchy and power is delivered in a strong but steady wave. It's very easy to nip in and out of traffic gaps. Overtakes come quick. The power delivery is so effortless that driving it is a joy, whether you're cutting through city traffic, cruising out on a highway, or enjoying an energetic drive on a winding section of road. It's typically Hyundai as well. It's refined, it's smooth, and it's only when you push it really hard do you hear the engine. And you have 3 modes that you can drive in. Eco when you want to tighten the wallet, normal for your everyday driving conditions, and of course sport when you're on a nice winding section of road like this, which is what I have switched to. The gearbox responds well on path throttle, but floor it and it does hesitate slightly before it delivers. Driving in sport mode makes it much better. It heightens the responses, makes the engine respond a bit faster, gearbox is a bit quicker. It doesn't hold a gear on sport mode though, and it shifts up around 4,200 RPM. Around the corners there's a fair amount of roll, and the steering's not exactly enthusiastic, but it's well weighted and it gives you good feedback, so you get a good amount of security. And the tires grip extremely well, so you can carry a fair amount of speed around a series of bends. The diesel doesn't dive into corners and feels a little nose heavy. The handling is not sporty and veers towards being soft, but you can still enjoy a certain amount of spirited driving. What I really noticed about the Tucson when compared to the likes of the Fortuner or the Endeavour is that it feels much lighter on its feet, and being a monocoque lends it better manners around the corners. The steering too, though light and easy in the city, weighs up adequately as you gain speed. There is an underlying firmness to the ride, and as you go quicker you do crash through big bumps and potholes. But at low speeds it's nice and supple and it blunts off the edges. And that underlying firmness actually is good because it keeps it quite tethered when you're at a quicker pace, and it feels flat and quite composed. Having enjoyed a stint in the diesel, we did try the petrol auto as well. Now this 2-litre puts out 155 HP and 192 Nm of torque. It's a smooth, refined engine that's got more than enough punch, but the thing to remember is that petrol automatics guzzle a lot of fuel. Though the petrol has enough power for everyday commute, it doesn't feel anywhere near as strong as the diesel. Slow down and you can't just extend your right foot to get going. You need to shift into manual and work the gears a bit to get the best out of it. The diesel is definitely the better pick. Hyundai's claimed fuel efficiency figures are: the Tucson falls into a bracket where it would be compared with the likes of the Fortuner or the Endeavour, but I think they're two completely different kinds of vehicles for completely different kinds of buyers. The Fortuner or Endeavour are big conventional-looking body-on-frame SUVs with 7 seats and 4-wheel drive, whereas the Tucson is styled more as a soft-roader, has a monocoque construction, is a 5-seater, and as of now has only 2-wheel drive. It would actually be compared to the more expensive Germans like the X1 and Q3. Unless you're after the badge, the Tucson, especially the diesel, is a very worthy contender considering performance, space and features at a whole lot less. It's really hard to fault the Tucson. It feels more like a mini Santa Fe than a grown-up Creta. They've got strong engines, both petrol and diesel. It's spacious, it's comfortable, it comes feature-packed. If there's one thing missing, it's the 4-wheel drive, but that's due to come next April, so that version will be on offer as well. And it is great value. So I think Hyundai have another winner on their hands.